Not enough Americans have considered that perhaps they don't need to have an opinion about the protests in Iran.
So there is an issue with this argument. I get what he's talking about. But the problem is that it's not your voice that matters. It's Iranian's voice, sorry. Uh but the thing is, as people in North America, I'm Canadian, as people in the West, as people part of the imperialist power, infiltrating Iranian politics and pushing their own agenda, we need to push out the message the Iranian people want. We cannot leave it alone, because if we leave it alone, the US idea of what's happening in Iran will get pushed and supported even more. So, of course, it doesn't matter what American voices are saying, but it matters what Iranians' voices are saying. And you also have a voice. If you need to choose to use it on the side of the Iranian people. The Iranian people do not want the Ayatollah or the Shah. They do not want either. So the US wants the Shah. The Iranian government obviously wants to stay, but as it seems, the public consensus, as it seems, is they want a typical parliamentary democracy. But the US is intervening in the politics, paying off stuff, lobbying, like doing a lot of stuff to push the pro-Shah message, because they're trying to co-opt this seemingly the start of a revolution. They want to take over because the Shah will benefit the US and also oppress the Iranian people. So it's so important not to just leave it alone. If we ignore it, that does not help anyone. When our countries are part of what is hurting Iran, we are we exist in the context of the world. You can't remove the context of everything. So it's super important to push the voices of the Iranian people who need it the most right now, because the internet is shut off. So this is why it's so important not to just ignore it. Sure, our opinion matters less than the Iranian people. That's why you should push what the Iranian people want. This is part of what Lenin talked about when he was talking about universal workers' solidarity.